Hey guys, so today we have a few smaller stories. There's really been nothing like of value, big. Well, there's been nothing like huge happening lately, which is a shame, but we'll just go over the little things. Subscribe, hit that bell, like this video, comment, do all that stuff. But also Twitter, Instagram, follow me on there. It's a fun time. And second channel, because I've got like 6 videos on there. We're almost on 100k and we can get there very soon. So this appeared on my timeline for some reason, but there's a influencer type person called Tait, and she tweeted out about the fact that, so she has a, you know, you can have like a close friends list on Instagram and then your private, like your public list. So like you can set your Instagram stories to only private, like only close friends can see this, and then you can have like a public private story. So she just had her like close friends list, which is basically just all her friends, and she would start seeing some like stuff from her private story on gossip, hate forums, and she was trying to figure out who it was from her friends list, and she started to like, I guess, go through, and I think you've always got some kind of an inkling as to who it is. So she narrowed it down to this one person, and she posts this thing on her private Instagram story, and it ends up on this hate forum. This is embarrassing. First of all, I think this is the most embarrassing thing I've seen in a while. If you're doing this, first of all, mental. Like imagine being that bored with your life, like just so bored, so unbelievably bored with your life, to go on your friend's Instagram story and then take that and post it on a hate forum. But like I mentioned before, anyone on those hate forums can absolutely, I'm not gonna be mean. Anyway, if you're on that hate forum, just know that I'm not a big fan of you, I guess. But also just if you start posting things about your own friends on there, you've reached a whole new low. You've been like, I'm telling you, I think sometimes, and that's gonna be some tea, I think sometimes people that go on these forums think they're actually doing God's work. Like they're actually doing God's work. And I'm here to let you know that everyone else thinks you're pathetic. I'm just saying, you all look like clowns. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's that on that. That's mental. I think I would literally, I would never speak to them if they did that. But I don't know what she was posting on her private stories, but it's obviously none of anyone's business, as long as it's not like harmful. It's none of anyone's business. Next thing is, someone tweeted out to Gabby Hanna saying, we knew there had to be some nod to one of your biggest inspos, and I got so excited when I saw it. And she was talking about Freddie Mercury, and Gabby Hanna quote tweeted that and said, when Freddie made the choice to move on from a toxic friend, the friend went on a press tour slandering Freddie. Freddie never said a word. He just kept on making music. I think about that a lot. I don't see the correlation. I mean, I know she's probably talking about Jessie because Jessie made a video on her, but like, I mean, the proof, I mean, the stuff that Jessie said wasn't just like, oh, like hate. It was like, you know, her saying that Gabby Hanna's a bad friend, and she tried to call me out on the internet, then she tried to like turn my own fans against me. There was literal screenshots of you messaging Jessie Smiles fans and your fans and trying to like basically get them to hate Jessie Smiles. Are we still doing this? Are we still really doing this? Because I'm tired. I really am. So recently, Tana Mongeau has been in some heat again. So she first of all tweeted out saying, just found out this musician I like's girlfriend has me blocked. Like that doesn't get him out my DMs, sweetie. Get well soon. So he's your favorite musician, hear me out, which is all good and well. But if he's messaging you flirty and you know that he's in a relationship and you're entertaining it, and then you're blaming the girl for blocking you, embarrassing. But 2, someone else under that said, but if the tables were turned, you would sink into depression and drug addiction again, but go off, sis. And someone said, or you could just leave him alone because he has a girlfriend, lol. I think she deleted that because I didn't see it anywhere, but it had 26k likes. 26.5k people genuinely thought that this girl was supposed to just like not block Tana. I think blocking someone isn't as deep as people think it is. Like sometimes you just gotta silence someone, put them on mute, you know? Like she doesn't have to just have you on there. Like it's not some kind of a requirement that she's supposed to just like be okay with you. She can just block you, and that's perfectly legal, perfectly fine. She's allowed to just say, I don't want to engage in this behavior. I think it's actually more mature to block someone than to get into weird like online arguments with people. Like just block and keep it moving. But this is so true. If this was the other way around and some like girl was messaging Jake Paul, she'd be like, oh, heartbroken. So, you know, keep the same energy, I guess. Next, Nikita Dragon once again was nominated for a Streamy Best Beauty Something Award, and once again she won said award. I would like someone to point me in the direction of her beauty related content that she is clearly so good at that she's being nominated and receiving awards for it. I would like to see it because right now I'm not seeing it. The only thing I see on her Instagram is like wigs and outfits, which is her thing, and I would understand if there was some kind of a like dress up outfit award that she would get, cool. But her beauty content is definitely in the lacking sector. It's definitely the lack category. So I'm not sure who is nominating her for these awards. awards and why she's winning them. But like people mentioned before, I think it was Streamies and the Teen Choice Awards were like proven to be some of the fakest award shows there are. So like I'm not surprised, but at the same time, why would you not give it to someone else? Like this just looks so weird that you're giving this beauty award to someone who literally does not do beauty. The next thing is Amanda Cerny. So recently there's been some tea with Amanda Cerny, who is basically like one of those Vine Instagram model fitness personalities, and she recently started a Twitch that she says she hasn't really been promoting that much, but she's got like 20,000 followers on there, but only 150 subs, which Twitch works a little differently to YouTube. So on YouTube you just sub and then you just basically get notifications about the person's uploads, but on Twitch, followers are basically what subs are on YouTube. So like followers like on Instagram and Twitter where you can follow for free, but then if you want to sub, I think it's like a $5 a month fee, and depending on if you're partnered with Twitch or not, they either take a 50% cut or a 25% cut of that $5 that you get from subs. She has 20,000 free followers, but then she only has like 150 subs, and she said this.
All right, guys, let's stay focused. We're getting distracted with numbers here. 500 subs. We got to get to 500 subs. It's the only way I'm committing to a stream schedule. We're at 187. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Which some thought was super like inconsiderate, ignorant, and it kind of reminded me of that Twitch girl that was like, if you have time to watch my Twitch streams, but you don't have any money to give to me for me providing you entertainment, then you clearly need to work more. It's just the whole entitlement of like, people need to pay me for just sitting there on camera doing nothing. Like, even if they're doing great things, like no one owes you a sub. That's the thing. It's like, it's not like a requirement, because if it was, then everyone would be required to sub the moment they want to watch your stream. If they can watch it for free, then clearly it's not a requirement. See, I get that there is like no other way to make money on Twitch, but that's why usually people that do Twitch at the start also have something else that they're doing on the side. And the thing is, Amanda isn't poor. She's not broke. At least she shouldn't be. Like, if she was semi-smart with her money, she shouldn't be broke. And most websites say that she's worth a few million by now because of like her TV appearances and her Instagram and probably a lot of sponsorships and stuff. So this really shouldn't be what she's like pushing for. She's like, we need to get 500 subs. And Keemstar actually came for her, and this is the one time I agree with Keemstar. So Amanda said to Keemstar basically after he like posted that on Twitter and kind of all his fans came for her, which I think he's got a very toxic fan base, no offense. So the moment he posts stuff, it's not like a civilized discussion, it's more like, oh, she's a slut. So yeah, it's not very constructive, but you know, what do you expect from Keemstar? So I would just kind of, you know, ignore it if I was her. But she said, you seem angry. I hope you feel better soon. I love my fans and produce content and stream across all platforms every single day. I have to be where the majority of them are and be spontaneous and have fun on the new platforms. Only so much time in a day, and in hindsight, maybe I should have said followers instead of subs as a goal for a stream schedule to happen. Same difference to me as the ratio of subs to followers would lead to the same goal number of fans for me to allow that platform to take priority. I don't promote Twitch because I'm doing it for fun. Fans that are demanding a stream schedule on the new platform where I have 20,000 followers is super sweet, but I cannot take away from our platform that I have millions of followers on, so I stream where I can and as often as I can. If you're confused on my intentions, as that is something I only know, you could have simply DM'd or asked me for clarity, as that clip is indeed out of context regarding tone. But of course, you like the drama, it's in your name, so you gotta get the content. It must be tiring for you. You and your fans, of which you influence, have attacked, called me many names in such a short period of time: peasant, ethot, bitch, or toxic, trash, etc. But in your most recent tweet, completely out of line. No human being deserves that. I can see both sides. Like, yeah, she shouldn't be bullied for basically just like begging for subs, because everyone does it. But also, she's now kind of trying to backpedal and say that it's not about the money, it's about just like the people on the platform. But if it was about the people on the platform, you'd be asking for followers. The thing is, many people do have like sub goals and donation goals up on the screen while they're streaming, and that's perfectly fine. But it's almost a like pressure that she was putting on her fans to be like, well, if you don't donate, I'm gonna stop streaming. Like, I'm not gonna have a stable streaming schedule if you don't start subbing. So it's like, there's a difference between just saying like, this is our goal, this is our sub goal or our donation goal, versus like, I'm not gonna commit to this if you don't stream. Like, either commit or you don't. Like, this is up to you, but don't like push this on people. Mainly with the current economic climate we have going on, many people, you know, are having their paychecks cut and can barely afford rent, and this is probably the one form of entertainment they have. So maybe pushing them to pay you right now is not the ideal thing to ask for, but you know, this is a very sticky situation. But then she said, she posted a screenshot of Keemstar posting about his Minecraft Monday thing. So he said, 10,000 retweets and I'll do Minecraft Monday again. You have 24 hours. If you don't get it done, stop asking me for it. Okay, and then she said to that, what kind of hypocrisy is this? Begging for a retweet so you grow, because more views equals more money, but you want to be able to commit to content that fans are demanding. Worse than the you came at me for calling me a peasant fabricated the truth and got your drama at my expense. First of all, retweets are free. Retweets are also a way for him to gauge how many people are actually interested in this content, or if it's just the few people that are asking for it. Because I think YouTubers get this like weird mixed signal thing where a few people seem to be asking for the same kind of content, but then you make that content and it doesn't get many views and it doesn't really perform well on your channel. So I think it's just his way of gauging, like, is this just a few people DMing me about this or messaging me about this, or is it that actually the majority of people want this content back? But also, retweets are free, subs are not. And he said, Minecraft Monday is a tournament that costs me around 5,000 a week to do. That is free entertainment for the community. It's a ton of work and I didn't feel like doing it, so I want to see if there were still people that wanted it. Makes complete sense. First time Keemstar making sense to me. Furthermore, you deleted the full video, lied, said you were taken out of context. I actually care about my fans and don't use them like a piggy bank like you do. And then he calls her, you know, he just called, I think we can leave the name calling behind. Like, it's an old trend. I've kind of moved away from that because I hated the way I don't like looking back on my videos calling people names, because I'm like, some people didn't deserve it. Or maybe just me like overdoing it. I think, you know, throw a word here and there, that's fine. But if your whole like video is just calling someone names, then that's very counterproductive. But I think that's just growth on YouTube. I think you just kind of learn what you feel okay doing and what you don't feel okay doing, and so on and so forth. And your like judgment of things changes as well. So I'm just not with the like constant name calling. Like, he can name call. And the thing is, now I'm going to sound like a hypocrite if I ever name call someone. I'm just saying, constant doing it to one person gets kind of, it's a little overkill. And she seems to be getting like a lot of hate and a lot of name calling from his fans and him now. So it's just a little overkill. Just take the L, because you are not winning this. You're not going to lie out of this. You're not going to twist words. Just accept responsibility that you slipped up and move the on, because if you're swinging at me, I'm gonna swing right back. I know the peasant comment really bothered you because we both know you have money, but clearly in that clip you were acting like a peasant. The gaming streaming community took years and years to build, and you outsiders are using it as a get rich quick scheme, and it's gross. People put hours and hours and hours into this and do it because they love it. Clearly you do it just for the money. You don't belong. So that's the tea on that. I think the whole begging for money on Twitch is such a weird vibe to me, because on YouTube we never really do that. People sometimes ask for Patreon donations because, let's say, they get like demonetized a lot on YouTube, so you know, to be able to produce the content that they produce, they might need some Patreon donations, but it's never so like in your face. It's always like, well, if you guys want to you know, donate to my Patreon, that'd be really cool, but if you don't, you know, don't feel pressured to. But on Twitch, some people on Twitch really, like, every single stream they push this, like, you guys have to sub to me, you guys have to donate money. Like, next thing is, Twitter has this new like anti-bullying almost like scheme going, where if you tweet something out that's like a little bit edgy, I guess, they'll ask you if you want to revise this, and you can either revise it and change your tweet, or you can send it as is. If you're gonna be mean to someone, obviously this isn't gonna stop you. Like, realistically, who is this gonna stop? Then there's some tea with James Charles. First of all, he's trending because he posted a picture of his bum out, and he's trending now. That's interesting. I don't even have anything to say about it. I just thought it was pretty funny how like he just posted that and all of a sudden he's trending again, but at least it's not for like completely awful reasons. But then there was this shade that he actually replied to. So someone said, to be honest, the contestants on Instant Influencer are not that talented. And then someone said, says the one wearing a nude lip and some Claire's eyeshadow. And she replied to that saying, funny because I'm wearing his palette. And he replied to the original tweet. He quote tweeted it and said, I look forward to seeing your audition for season 2 then, which I think there's always a lot of people that have a lot to say, but then if they were actually to be on that show, they wouldn't be better than the people on the show. And I'm not just talking about the show, I'm talking about just in general. For example, people leave comments under YouTube videos like, oh, well, you could have done this differently, I hate that you do it like this. And then if they were to start a YouTube channel, they probably wouldn't. 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't make it that far. They wouldn't, you know, make it, because YouTube's a kind of difficult platform to grow on now. So I just think it's really funny when people are like, oh, I think you could do this better, I could do this better than you, and you just know that they couldn't because they're just saying it for the sake of spiting you. Internet. So Tana Mojo also recently started a charity called the 1111 Wish Foundation charity. It was like the 1111 charity. It was for the pandemic happening now and just to help people. And that she also said there was like this form you could fill out with just things that you need, like products that you need, but then no one could find the form on her website. It was on like a different website called the Pandemic of Love, and she claims that they raised $100,000 for this charity, but then on the website it says they only have 10,000 in donations. So maybe she like is joining some other things into that we can't see, like merch sales or something, I don't know. But 100,000 and 10,000 is a big difference. But also recently Dustin Daly posted a video where he donated to the charity, the 1111 charity that Tana Mojo created, and the money was going straight to We Are Verified, which is her manager's company, and it wasn't going straight to like the 1111 Foundation, which was she not able to like secure a bank account quickly for it, or like, you know, register it as a charity? So maybe she's like, I don't know, but it's just really weird that once again there's some weird stuff going on with Tana Mojo, where she's one, claiming they've raised more than they actually have, unless there's some secret money hiding in behind the scenes, but two, that the money is not actually going to the charity's bank account, it's going to We Are Verified. And then how do we, like, what guarantee do we have that this money is actually going to go where she says it's going? Because they could just keep it. They could. I'm not saying they will, but I'm saying they could, right? So like, we don't have, that's why charities are so important, because they have a bank account for that charity and the charity is registered as a charity, so you know all that money is going to where it's supposed to go. But if there's a middleman, like We Are Verified, the money could just get lost somewhere along the way. So yeah, that's really, really strange. Talking about donations, Trisha Paytas. So recently Trisha Paytas apologized to Stephanie Sue, which I spoke about, for basically like bullying her. And then she had her 32nd birthday, for which she donated $32,000 to different charities. And then she said she would also donate money to a suicide prevention charity. But the thing is this her way of apologizing to people that she has wronged along the way? Because before that video where she said she would donate $32,000, she also filmed 3 different Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich reviews, claiming that this is still that like DID, different identities trying this chicken sandwich over and over again, which is just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen someone do. People that have DID don't behave this way. They just don't. There are a lot of YouTubers who have DID and they just don't ever, you sometimes wouldn't even know that they have DID if they wouldn't show you the whole side of it. They would just edit things out or just not put things on the internet. Sometimes you wouldn't even know. But the fact that she's really pushing this whole like, here are my different identities trying the same chicken sandwich in different videos, and in every video she's like, I'm trying this for the first time. So she's obviously trying to push this agenda of like, I have different identities still. So it's just really awful that she would like think that this donation, yeah, as much as it's really nice, it's good to donate to charities and it makes you a good person sometimes, but you have to be a good person outside of your donations as well. Like financially contributing isn't the only way you can be a good person. You can just simply be a good person and treat people with respect, which Trisha has been the furthest thing from. Recently, Adele has posted a few pictures after her weight loss journey, which she has spoken about a little bit, and everyone's on two sides of things. Some people are saying, wow, like this is a glow up, we can't wait for this new album, this new Adele. And then some people on the other hand just saying like, why are we only praising her now that she's lost weight, rather than praising her for the talent and the Grammys that she won and all her other achievements that she's actually worked for. And I just think it's like a topic that we shouldn't even be talking about. It's like, wow, she lost weight, cool. If she's happy with herself and she's happy with herself now, incredible. But who's to say that she wasn't happier before, or that the weight loss isn't actually as healthy as we think it is? But who's to say she's also not like super happy right now? I just think you're never in that situation. You're not in that person's brain. You don't know what's happening. But I think it's good to be proud of someone for doing something that they wanted to do. If weight loss was something that she wanted to do, incredible. Super proud of her for doing that, persevering, you know, eating healthily, exercising, whatever it is that she did. But that doesn't mean that she's like a better human being now, or she's somehow like more successful, more achieved. She has won like 13 Grammys. She won them before she lost weight. So I just think people are like, oh, like what was it? There was like this one tweet that really stuck out to me, which was like, oh, this is like such a huge achievement for her to lose weight. And I was like, have you not seen her career? Her whole career? How much of an achievement that was? And that was all before she lost weight. I just think if we're talking about like losing weight, that shouldn't be your biggest achievement in life. I don't know. I just think people are really like divided on this one, and I just think I'm kind of in this like in between of like, if she's happy, I'm happy for her. This isn't like her whole identity. She's still Adele, same person, just different body. So recently the Colleen Ballinger thing happened, where one of her fans called Adam kind of exposed her for basically using him as a child to like help her revive her Miranda career, and she would tell him personal information about her divorce and so on and so forth. And then the moment he kind of messed up, she dropped him, and then her best friend was like shading him on Twitter. The mess up in question was him posting like almost queerbaity stuff on Twitter about her coming out, and then was coming out as a Meghan Trainor fan, and she was really upset about that because she was like, in one of the messages she said she would never queerbait, so she's very upset that she's being cancelled for this because she would never think to do this. But here are some examples of her queerbaiting. So there are a lot of things. I know there are people saying, oh, you know, some Colleen fans that are more on her side and saying, oh, you know, he pushed the line, he crossed the line, she wasn't even mean to him. But like, she is pushing the blame on him, and he was like 16 at the time, and she was heavily pushing the blame on him, saying that she would never do this thing, even though she's done it before, and people have called her out on it before. Recently I found a TikTok on my For You page, which was a girl basically saying that her boyfriend was cheating on her with Summer Rae, like the Summer Rae from Rice Gum's video. videos. So she basically said, oh, he was cheating on me, and then when I called him out on it, like, you know, said like, what's up, he was like, oh, I'm just using her for clout, it's gonna give me like a career start and then we can have a great career. And then one day he literally just got up and left to go be with Summer Rae. And then yeah, him and Summer Rae were together for a while, and he was basically calling the original girlfriend like crazy to all of his co-workers and saying that it was like her fault that he left when he was cheating on her this whole time. And then Summer Rae was basically the other woman, and then he just got up and left to be with Summer Rae. And I just never knew this, and apparently Summer Rae has now spoken out on this as well. I couldn't really find anything, but I can't believe I saw that TikTok on my For You page and I was like, oh, I need to find out who it's about, and then I just completely forgot. And then someone DM'd me and was like, it was Summer Rae, and it was the guy that you can see her and him like out and about when Hollywood Life kind of goes up to like all these influencers and asks them questions. He was there, he was with her this whole time. This is some like old tea, but I just thought it was super interesting how it's coming out now, and this girl was like, yeah, he just cheated on me and then just left out of nowhere. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything, comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time something happens, so hit that bell and you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links and everything else in description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.